Everybody wants what? Everybody wants peace, tranquility in their lives. When you are on your mood swing, or they will take you for who you are. They already know you for who you are. But let me tell you, people that will not take you for who you are. It's because those people have known you before. That is why they are able to take you for who you are. That is why they are unable to correct you. Maybe because they don't want to hurt your feeling, or maybe because they feel you might take it out on them later, or you may hold it as grudge against them. People that will never take it lightly with you are people like your boss. You see, in workplace, that is what disqualifies most people. Okay, let's take it this way. You have a bad character and you tell me that mood swing. Okay, why don't you put it in your CV? Since it is acceptable in the society, since it is what everybody knows, why don't you put it in your CV that you always have mood swing and see if they will employ you? Bad character often leads to a perpetual, constant, mannerless behavior, mannerless show. Why don't you change the bad attitude of yours? Why don't you change it? Why don't you effect to change today? Since you know it's not accepted in the society. And some people, to some extent, some people are even proud that they have mood swing, which is not supposed to be so. Let's call it spade a spade. There is nothing that will happen to you that must warrant you to talk to people anyhow. I don't see the reason why you should behave anyhow in the public. In places, a lot of dreams have been subdued by bad character. A lot of talents have been depressed, have been suppressed with this bad character of yours. But instead of you changing your bad character, you now intend to hide under a particular word. There are some particular people in life that will never tell you what you are doing is wrong. They will not want to correct you because when they study you, they see that it's a perpetual manner that has grown over time in you. So instead of maybe offering a particular opportunity to you, or instead of proposing a particular deal to you, you might be perfect for that position. You might be the most qualified candidate for that particular thing. But once they see that you're a kind of person that is unable to correct, people that have mood swing, they're kind of people that you can't correct easily like that. They tend to turn things around. They tend to take correction the other way around. They consider themselves right almost every time. And that is what I've seen with people that always have this so-called mood swing. So when those kind of people see you, they will just be like, you might be the best candidate, you might be the most qualified person for that particular position. But when they have encountered that kind of thing with you, or when they have seen you exhibit that kind of action, they'll be like, okay, they will not be able to offer you anything. In fact, they will prefer to go for a person that is not even qualified at all, but has a good character. Because one thing with this character is, once you have bad character, you can never have good relationship with people. Because according to communication, you don't use only your mouth to communicate. We use body language. People that have this bad character that they call it mood swing, they often look down on people a lot. I've seen a lot of them and I pretend not to see it because I don't want any stress. So I will just, I did not know. And you see, in the recent years, one of the things that make this life so difficult and this life so hard is people trying to use another word to cover a bad attitude, to cover a bad occurrence. Is trying to use a beautiful word to cover evil, which is not supposed to be so. We should try and make this world a better place, a safer place, by calling the spade a spade. So there was something that happened to me yesterday, and I think I need to share this so that one or two people can learn from this. I went to a filling station yesterday to get fuel. On getting there, my phone was dead. The phone I needed to use and transfer. Although I was already typing out the account number of the attendant I was going to transfer to, then my phone went off and I had no option. I had no cash on me. I had no option than to just go to people and ask if they have called for me to plug my phone and stuff like that. And the attendant answered me that I should check with that the manager has an iPhone cord. So I checked with the manager, I explained my ordeal, and I respectfully explained it to her. I greeted her, and she wasn't even giving me the atmosphere of listening because her face was the kind of hope. So I explained to her I want to do this and my phone is dead, so I needed to borrow a cord, and she told me no, she doesn't have an Android cord. I'll be like, okay. I'll be like, I want to transfer that. I wanted to start explaining to her again. She did not even give me the atmosphere. She did not even hear me out again. So I just went to the attendant again and went to some guys to borrow me their cord, and the guy was really helping me to look for the cord and here and there, but all to no avail. So alas, the bike man that brought me met his friend there, which was the dad of one of the attendants in the police station. The man told me he will sell the fuel for you. Will you give me the cash immediately when I take you back to your destination? I said, I happily said yes. And you know what the man did? The man took me to where the attendant was, told the attendant to sell me the amount of fuel I wanted to buy, and the bike took me back, and I withdrew the exact amount of money for the man and gave it to the man. Despite the time the man has waiting for me to get my phone charged, or looking for people with cord, looking for people with charger to charge my phone, and despite the waiting period, this man did not overcharge me. This man collected the exact money we bargained at the first instance, and the exact money I used to purchase the petrol was what the man collected from me. This amazed me, and I feel like there are still more kind people on this planet Earth. People like that manager needs to change their attitude, because practically while I was standing there in the petrol station, people were already complaining of her attitude. People were already complaining of how she attend, of how she does, of how she relates with the customers, of how she talk to people. And you are a female, you are a manager, you are a very young, promising person that holds a particular position in a very small company. You never reach anywhere, you don't raise shoulder. You never reach anywhere, you don't look down on people. You have not gotten anywhere, you're already castigating and looking down on some set of people. That kind of attitude won't get you anywhere, because one thing is, it is people that will tell you, it is people that will tell someone about you. So the point is, what do you want people to tell others about you? Do you want people to start telling people how you have made them suffer, how you have made their life 100 times worse, how you have talked to people anyhow, how you have behaved in a crazy manner that you call mood swing to people? What do you want people to say about you? I often hear people say they don't care about what they say about them as long as they are successful. My dear, let me tell you something. For you to be successful, you need people's recommendation. And it is what people are told that they always believe. 98% of the time, it's not what we see that we believe. It is what we are being told that we believe. And it is that thing that we act on as human. It is natural. So the point is, what kind of things do you allow people to remember about you? What kind of experience do you give people when you are in deal with them? What can you say that people will remember you for? Even if you have some kind of policy, some kind of job policy that warrants you not to borrow people your personal things, at least you should give a proper explanation, not giving out cold reply. When you are a person that you probably have mood swing, what they call mood swing, bad character, that people term as mood swing, you'll be very poor in communicating with people, with customers. And we all pray to God that God will elevate everyone. But how does God want to elevate a person with bad character? This one come, you are not approachable. That one come, you are not approachable. No miracle God won't do. God cannot come down from heaven himself and do something for you. God will send people that you know God will send people that are around you. God will use people that you see every day. That is what kills most businesses today. That thing you people term as mood swing. It's nothing. It's little. It's just mood swing. It's just mood swing. There's nothing like just mood swing. Why don't you call it the actual name? Bad character. If you want to be successful, if you want to make wave in anything you are doing, if you want to go far in life, I mean very far in life, you have to study yourself.